Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is going to be another educational Smurf game. We are trying to stack the odds against me ever so slowly but surely more and more, with this game being a 600 advantage MMR to the other team while I'm playing 5. So I want to show you guys how much impact a 5-position hero can have, especially in the laning phase. I'm going to be playing a bit more of a save-heavy support that runs around with his team in the form of a Batten. Let's go ahead and check it out. I look at the enemy lineup and I see an anti-mage. And so what that generally means is that items that like make us survive longer, like Holy Locket, aren't generally very good, because surviving longer, the opponent has mana burn, generally doesn't do much. A Batten can be a frontline or a backlining support. You don't really need mana items on him at early levels because his shield is like super cheap. So we're gonna buy a stick, some health regen, and then we are going to buy a sentry in order to ensure that we have pull camp. We're against either CM or Warlock in lane as a support. Both heroes have pretty relevant spells to remove with our Aphotic Shield. And this is because we have a ranged carry, so being able to like scout out where the 4 position is going is like really important, so they don't get like flanked. Because a lot of times when I have a ranged carry, I'm trying to supply them with information in the lane. And so wards can help with that. So like I play over here, ward protects over there in case we see the support go this way. Just kind of covering all of the possible flank paths.
Not what I expected.
So I'm gonna go out to the rune because I'm pretty survivable.
You just did that. I feed you to my feet.
But it looks like my Necro didn't want to get gone on, even though I have shield for him. And that's fine. Heroes like a Batten, you pretty much get to play as aggressive as your teammates want to play. I'm going to find myself even more tangos because I expect to be taking a lot of harass in this lane. So Batten as support is really fast. This is important to note. I think that's kind of a new mistake by CM to level his W because it's easily dispellable. As opposed to his Q, which I don't remove the damage of. So one thing you can do as support like this is just buy space for your team, or for your carry. Just using the effective HP of my shield. I think I'm gonna die a little bit. Oh, we're gonna make sure the big camp gets blocked first minute because we have a ranged carry. We're also gonna be checking to see if he blocked the small camp, which it looks like he did. So we're going to take this time since he was zoned for a bit to go deward small. Then we're going to go back to our carry immediately because he's ranged. Never leave ranged carriers alone. You get a lot of turn damage here. Just taking efficient trades. Out to Gus. Don't know about that, but okay. Gave him first blood as well. We're going to drag aggro to our range. Try to get them killed off here. He didn't go for the range creep like he should have, but it's okay. So we can actually be pretty aggressive here since we have a double wave. Our Drow looks like he doesn't want to be aggressive, even though there's literally no full camps. We'll be aggressive by ourselves. Since we have so many creeps, we're just not afraid, right? But now, lane's gonna push back in, so we gotta be a bit careful. Our Drow a Tango. And we're gonna go try to pull. We're gonna pull up here because it's closer to the lane. We just gotta do this cute little pull here. Might have actually messed this up. Got one melee creep. Not ideal. Skeleton's kind of body blocked. But one creep's better than 0. I'm gonna draw aggro for our Drow since he's not doing it. Run at the guy that's trying to secure the range. Okay. Forcing him to use spells on us. Perfectly fine. Got the lane back now. Actually gonna buy a full wand simply because we have so many charges. Trying to get our shield to pop on heroes. Maybe I should have waited until I had lost a bit of HP in order to wand. That's fine. Making them use spells on us is the dream. That's what you want to do on melee supports. Let me just turn around and get some denies. Now the lanes in front of our tower are all nice. Make sure this pole doesn't go off. So this is like exactly what you want to do. These guys are making my job even easier than it has to be. Which, what I'm trying to do is draw spells onto me. I'm gonna buy myself some raindrops. Generally lean towards buying raindrops as support. I don't want to stack here because I need to contest them pulling. Because I saw the CM on the ward pulling here, so I don't have time to like sit there and stack. So just drawing aggro, dodging spells, still pulling aggro, trying to get these creeps back to my drow. So it's not ideal that this camp is here, but it's okay. It looks like mid's about even. Actually, we're gonna finish this big creep because it was so low. So actually farming it is perfectly fine. What we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna draw this into our range. Just to get it. Okay, Drow's gonna take it, that's fine too. So if the opponent hadn't pulled the lane into tower, this wouldn't be nearly as good. But since they pulled it into tower, now we're just chilling. We're gonna block this camp with our body. Giving Drow as much solar XP as possible, but we also want to soak just a little bit in these type of cases, because we've been soaking a lot of attention. Keeping an eye on mid. How's bottom doing? Looks like bottom's doing okay. Actually run at Mars here. Not to be anything crazy. Just I saw CM on the side, so I'm just forcing spells. I was just forcing mana. Nothing fancy. Gonna run at them, try to pop my shield again. There we go. Gotta be careful of getting down on my boat at the same time. I do have a salve, so I'd be surprised if I end up going down. I wouldn't do that if I didn't have a salve. My Necro is walking bottom. We're gonna replace a lane ward here. Oh. Damn. Outplayed by CM. Didn't really expect him to have a lane ward of his own. Just gonna deny some creeps, not much else to do. Don't want to leave our Drow alone, because Drow is just a range carry, squishy, etc, etc. Buy ourselves a Windlace. So we're gonna go Tranquils because Abaddon kills himself by using his Q. So it looks like our Necro is rushing a Radiance. I am not a huge fan, but it's important to note that he's doing that. So this looks like a moment where our Drow is okay. Mars was going back to base because he was super low. But just an opportunity to be efficient with a pull. We could have chosen to stack if we wanted, but Ranger's missing. Basically, the stack comes down to whether or not I think I can, like, leave lane for a while. But in this case, I just want to leave lane briefly and then come back. Okay, so Venge is taking over mid. We can aggro these creeps by A-clicking the opponent, just like this. This is how you can prevent pulls while your carry's chilling. I'm pretty much glued to top. I just don't want to leave top, so I'm gonna run in because I have full mana. And CM should be going down. And they are really scared of me. Tree is there, so I can't do it. I'm gonna go to the rune because CM's dead. Every time we see an opportunity to move away from our lane, we do. Runes are always a good one to look for. I'm just gonna take it. Necro doesn't use runes, so. So in these type of cases, as a saving 5, it's really important to not TP anywhere unless absolutely necessary, because this means you have your TP available to help others. The CM really has not learned this matchup. I'm chasing. So, in this case, we're going to buy ourselves a couple sentries, clarity, do a quick pull just to get the lane back for our drow. If there was something more urgent to do, we'd go do it, but there's nothing going on right now. Still keeping an eye on mid, but as you guys can see, there is nothing happening there, so. It looks like there might be something now. So this is really just to fix the lane equilibrium for our drow. Oops. Doesn't really realize it, it looks like. I don't ever want to TP away from top, unless I have to. So we're going to walk mid here, play some sentries to give some ward vision. I could have stacked, but I'm going to prioritize the rune against Wind Ranger. Just going to check for a ward. There's one. Checking bottom. So we're gonna go drums this game, like I mentioned. It's just Avenge getting going on, so we'll actually take this opportunity to like counter rotate. I guess I'll take Dome and Avenge isn't going to. There's actually no arena on Abaddon, so. Okay. Drow zoning. So as a Abaddon, it's always really nice to have easily dispellable spells. These guys are panicking. So we're just gonna shield the fuck out of this guy. I don't know what's going on, I'll be honest. They're just feeding one by one. I mean, we're applying a lot of pressure. That's kind of like why they're coming back here. But still kind of noobish, to be honest. I mean, I'm super rich now, so gonna head back towards mid. What's going on bottom? Axe is pretty farmed as well. So now we're applying pressure here. Okay. Just gonna hit the tower. Oh. And we're gonna keep running them down. And it's looking pretty stompy. Courier! Wait, my drow? Into my drow. Gotta look out for Agent Drow. Oh, he's fine. So, our Avenge said to shut down the Anti-Mage. When you're winning against heroes like Anti-Mage that are super useless early on, it's really important to actually just pick on their team. You don't need to chase the Anti-Mage around. He's not flash farming. He doesn't have a Battle Fury or anything like that. Gonna keep buying clarities. Just want to stay on the map. Just waiting for the stuns to go on him. And since we have ulti again, we're ready to walk out of here. Don't need to force anything though. Necro's rushing to Radiance like we said, so despite the fact that we have a lead, it's not exactly like immediate net worth that it's being used for. And in this case, we're always gravitating towards mid for runes. I'll let our Necro take haste. Shield him preemptively. Nice job. That was our shield, 100%. Kappa. So we have quite the stompy game going on here. But this is your job really as support, like what we did top, where we just kind of own the lane. So a lot of your impact in the game, to be honest. And I do believe at this bracket that a lot of your way of carrying games will be the super early game. So we're just trying to be as aggressive as possible. I always like to use my ulti when I'm under a tower because it makes me heal. The tower's obviously attacking me. Interesting play by Wind Ranger. Yeah, it works out for him. So if we weren't so far ahead, I'd be a backliner. Like, I'd just be pushing W on people. But in this case, you know, we're super strong, so I don't really care what my positioning is. But these are the type of games that you just can't lose, right? Meaning, like, if you want to gain MMR, you have to make sure you don't lose these games. And the way to secure these games is by doing what we're doing. Drow's being a little nuts, to be honest. But now we're just going to kind of run at the anti-mage. We don't need to shut him down. We don't need to kill him or anything. We just need to make sure he's not hitting creeps. So we're going to be a nice delivery courier here to our Necro. There you go, Necro. Get TV top, try to save our Drow, but he might just be going down. Yeah, he's just being a little nuts. It's fine. So we're gonna gear up for a potential push. I think that to be a ward. So like I said, we're gonna max out the physical damage items because the only hero they have is Anti-Mage. That's just the only hero they have. Like that's gonna beat us. So I love just running around as heroes like Abaddon in this case. Don't need to do anything fancy. Check for wards for the opponent. I'm gonna pop my ulti now, just to remove the damage from the frostbite. Might be feeding. Every educational Smurf game that I play on this channel is a lobby of volunteers from the BSJ community that are allowing themselves to be smurfed on for your own educational purposes. If you guys would like to take part in these lobbies, make sure to join the Discord link below. And if you'd like a guaranteed spot, make sure you sign up at patreon.com/BSJgaming for the starters or deluxe package. Oh, gonna dodge the power shot. Nice, good job there. Tip. It's my job to be saving people, but I'll take the favor. Return the favor, I mean. Okay, so we're taking bottom tower. To be honest, my team's doing some kind of weird stuff. Like, they're just consistently separated. Not really in a way I love. They're hitting towers a lot more than I would actually want them to, because we don't really have a tower taking lineup. Like, I'd rather Axe and Necro just be like jungling off map, one on lane, one on map. It's just for farm efficiency, but in this case it's fine. Like, it is what it is. I just don't have too much to talk about for my own hero, so. Of course, yeah. And remove that from the Necro so he doesn't kill us. We'll do that. Shield our Necro, give him some mana. Or I tried to use my wand there. And do that. Abaddon and Necro is a pretty powerful combo, especially when you're winning. As you can see, the only play they have is to try to kill the Necro. Can I get him is the question. I'll scout him out with my courier. Oh! Almost. So, I personally think if you're like a 5 main, you can like make the calls if you want. But like, I prefer to just kind of let people play their heroes. Like, I'm not going to try to micro the map. I'm not trying to organize people. If I see something that's like really obvious to me, that I think like, yeah, we just have to do this. that I'll call it. Or if I need help, like, dewarding something, for instance. But other than that, like, my team finally called Roche. It's like, okay, sure, I'll go help you. Smoke out of this. Nice to just get a little aggressive smoke onto the map. Because we were all grouped up. We want to, like, run at them again. This is, like, nothing fancy. Just a little bit of something with the smoke. Necro feeding by himself. It's okay. The Boots of Bearing next. And we can chase for more. So after Boots of Bearing, it's probably Vlad's. Because like I said, it's just all physical damage. That's all we want to do. Just max it out. Drow has Aegis. No mana though, so I'll clear it him. Oof. I could have ulted and shielded him, but I don't think we had to do that. By the house above. Yep. We're just running at him. There's a huge wave here, so I'm actually gonna go farm that. If this was like 4 creeps, I wouldn't walk back for it. I'm gonna go ahead and protect my team. Oh wait, I'm gonna let them fight without me. Necro's kind of doing his own thing. Totally fine. I mean, it's not like ideal, I would say. I'm just a little nervous he's gonna feed, but you know. We don't really have like the best gank because yeah, we have Axe, but like then what? What I mean is, like, after he blink calls, who follows him? So we can go high ground since we're against anti-mage. Uh-oh, Venge. I mean, my team's going a little ham. I just wanted to hit Rax with Drow, but that's not what happened, so. Now I'm just playing super cautiously, trying to save my axe. And that's what we did. I guess Drow took top. Just gonna keep healing people. Here it is. And at this point, we're definitely a backliner. Like, Abaddon turns into a backliner as support, like 100%. Oh, did not mean to pop my ulti there. Running out of mana a little bit here. Team's going a bit ham. Just cautiously assisting. So whenever I'm sieging high ground, it's like how aggressive I'm gonna play is basically like how much does this look like what I thought it would look like, you know? And what I mean is like, I expected the Drow to be hitting with people behind him, and that is not what happened, right? So. We keep spamming our Boots of Bearing because they're broken. Buy some wards. Hasn't really been much like map supporting this game with wards and stuff because we're just winning. Drow doesn't seem to want to go in. Kind of just keeping an eye on the fight. Like, I'm positioning based on my carry. That's just what I always do. So, like, if my carry's back here, that's where I'll be. And now that the tower died, I can advance a little bit. Ninja's trying to die because he has X. And looks like Megas. Ah! Marina on the illusion. Save the illusion! Looks like the Drow knew, boys. Looks like the Drow knew.